Alright, y'all, we got another isekai. I don't really know what this is about, but without further ado, by your boy. I'm not reading that. Kawaii Koto, you know. I read it just for you, Kawaii.
On a busy day in modern Japan, Hiro, a college student, was commuting by train. He was playing the game as usual, until a strange event happened. Suddenly, he finds himself sitting on the floor, confused by his surroundings. He realizes that he's in front of a throne, with knights guarding it. It turns out that, along with other students, Hiro's summoned to an isekai world. He looks around, trying to understand the situation. Hiro observes Ruri and Ren, who are both high school students. Ruri's disoriented expression displays itself as she gets up. Hiro observes them while deducing that they were also dragged without any idea.
Bro, they finna already be together. That nigga ain't got no hoes. Hiro, that's crazy. It's crazy to start off holeless.
Slowly, Hiro stands up as he concludes that he was summoned to another world, like in manga or games. King Joseph gleefully greets the students.
This nigga look like such a dick. I have never seen a nigga that looks like more of an asshole in my life. He looks like the most insufferable bitch I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god.
Whom he calls brave heroes. However, Heroes remains in disbelief. The college student is amused by his situation, while the king notes that his king
He's just like me for real.
King Joseph
isekai'd
orders the heroes to subjugate the demon lord for him. Hiro judges the king as a jerk and doesn't believe that he's in distress.
I'm saying he's just like me.
Their names before he explains the situation. Hiro, Ruri, and Ren introduce themselves. Loudly, the sorcerer celebrates the successful summoning of the heroes. Confidently, he believes that the students have so much potential to get stronger.
How do you know that? This is the first time you've ever done it, right?
The sorcerer reiterates that their kingdom is close to the demon continent, where demon folk live. His excitement displays as he encourages the heroes to become strong quickly, defeating the demon lord. Hiro's skeptical face displays a lack of belief in the situation. Suddenly, his annoyance becomes obvious. However, he's relieved that Ruri and Ren seem to be reasonable people.
Bro.
The sorcerer demands that the heroes bring out their status plates, assessing their strength. The three students stand in silence, displaying their confusion. Suddenly, the sorcerer realizes that the heroes are oblivious to a status plate.
Yep.
That said, he opens their status. The students are surprised by the appearance of a magical plate. Hiro's gamer blood is getting excited by how similar his situation is in a game. Immediately, he opens his own status, prompting Ruri and Ren to
He liked that.
The two students look at each other, then follow Hiro's lead. Hiro discovers that he holds a supporting jog type. His skeptical face is displayed by his unbalanced build. His first skill is language acquisition, which makes him communicate with ease.
Best thing ever.
His other skills are healing and regeneration, which he
Best things ever.
thinks are useful. Hiro discovers that his job is to be a priest, making
That don't mean that you have to be a priest.
him a healer. The sorcerer is pleased about having a healer, which is a rare hero. He explains that there is an advanced type of healer, which is a priest that can heal any injuries. Hiro acknowledges the sorcerer's information. Silently, Hiro
And that, kids, is what we like to call the smoking gun.
realizes that he only said healer
No, that's not what that's called. I forgot what it's called. It's something about like, it's something about like the foreshadowed gun. I don't really know what it's called.
out of habit. With that, he decides to keep his real job as a priest, pretending to be a healer only. Ruri shares that he's a wizard, which is a magician's advanced job. With confusion in his face, Ren notes that his job is to be a hero. The sorcerer is most surprised by his job. Silently, Hiro empathizes with him, thinking that Ren's job is the most demanding. However, he thinks that Ren looks like his job the most among the three of them. The sorcerer makes a final reminder that they can increase their status by raising their levels. While observing Ren, Hiro assumes that he's not familiar with games. With 50 stat points, Ren is unsure what to increase. Meanwhile,
Alright, see, look, there's always that nigga in this archetype because there's always the gamer dude and then the jock dude that's never really familiar with games. But I don't believe that. How are you not familiar with games, nigga? That don't make no sense. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me coming from a gamer background. You see my PNG. You see me talking. You see this video. You see what we're watching. Of course we're not fucking normies. We're nerds. Understandable. But like, you also get you must also get where I'm coming from, right? Because who in their right mind has never played a video game before in their life? It doesn't matter what genre it was. It doesn't matter what like year it was. A video game, a single one. You never played a single video game? Ren.
Well, Hero looks surprised at his own status plate. The sorcerer thinks that Ren was blessed by God with points because he's a hero. Normally, one needs to level up first before getting more stat points. Hero's excited to see a familiar status point system. He asks the sorcerer about the average status value in the isekai'd world. The sorcerer responds that it's between 20 and 30. While raising one stats to 50 is considered a first-rate monster, the three are based on their status plates. Hero looks closely at his 100 recovery points. Silently, he wonders just how strong keys with said status points.
A fucking monster? He just said the normal is 20 to 30, sir. You have 100 recovery points? Holy shit. You're past regeneration. You're Deadpool. You're Deadpool and Wolverine walking around. Oh. Sorry, y'all. My bad.
Wound from an accident. The wound bothers him so much that he can't wear short sleeves during the summer. While healing himself, he looks around vigilantly. He feels the warmth of his magic, then rubs his arm to feel his wound. His old wound is healed, making him certain that his recovery rate is more than enough.
Damn!
He wonders how to distribute
He can heal wounds?
He notes that survivability, strategic positioning, and great healing ability are required from a healer. Normally, some raise their defense first so that they do not die easily. He notes that healers who die before their teammates are the worst.
I'm going to tell you right now, what you need to do is become the most defensed healer ever. Literally. Like, heal yourself constantly, become a tank.
However, he thinks that increasing one's defense is overrated. That said,
what?
He raises his evasion stat instead. According to his theory, an ideal healer should be good at evading attacks, increasing one's survivability.
True.
With this, they can advance faster if they defeat enemies instantly. Hero dumps all his points on evasion in response to Ruri's question. A loud disapproval echoes in the throne room. The guards are in disbelief, thinking that he should have used his stats on recovery instead. The sorcerer is enraged by Hero's action. The latter is surprised by his expression. He's called naive, reiterating how rare a healer is. The king is enraged.
He can already heal, though.
Hero resists the guards, while the king's frightening face displays. The guards escort Hero into the dungeon and throw him inside his jail. The menacing guard throws a punch at Hero, startling.
Why, though? Why would you do that?
Him. Suddenly, Hero dodges the guard's punch, leaving him confused. Hero displays puzzlement as well.
Damn.
This annoys the guard even more, making him think
unlocked his Ultra Instinct.
Hero evades his attack.
Unlocked his Ultra Instinct! Damn!
The guard explains that Hero is evading all his punches. Silently, Hero assumes that his increased evasion skill is working.
I'll take it.
Suddenly, an impending kick approaches Hero. His body.
Now, why the fuck would two punches not hit, and you and your dumbass little pea brain body goes, oh no, I'll just kick him? Why would you think that would hit? Explain to me. What in God's name did you okay.
Body automatically dodges the guard's kick. He blows multiple punches at Hero.
Why are you still throwing shit? Stop throwing hands. It doesn't work! Dumb niggas, I tell you!
Which the latter effortlessly dodges. The guards are confused about Hero, who looks pleased by his ability. The guards display their annoyance and decide to leave Hero in his cell.
Mad ass. Can't do shit.
Ones are now. Hero turns.
Literally can't hit me.
Thinking about his next steps.
That's cold. I like that.
The sorcerer looked at his status. However, Hero thinks it's for the better while contemplating how to escape.
Can he also get stronger?
Even if he escapes,
more evasion?
He'll still be in trouble.
Can he just like flashed up?
Displaying his empathy towards them. Hero focuses on his plans and testing his skills for now, prompting him to open his status. He's reluctant to injure himself just to test his skill. After all,
you already know it works.
Healer, so he would not get hurt. Hero decides to get up from his bed. He notes that Regenerate is another orthodox healing spell in classic RPG. Hero decides to use the skill on himself. Light emanates around him, and he feels the warmth of his magic. He wonders how many times he can use his magic.
What did you just regenerate then? Can you just use it? Okay, that's cool. You could just use it whenever. So it doesn't need a stipulation to regenerate. That's dope. You just can regenerate. But like, what did you regenerate though? You said you felt the warmth. Like that feels like something on you got regenerated. Was it your overall stamina from you evading passively, or also if you're passively evading, does that mean that you're still using stamina because like it is your body?
So he uses regeneration multiple times. He feels like he's buried in the sand. So far, he has not reached his limit for using his skill. Hiro thinks that his mana pool is just too big. He's glad that the king did not find out about his real ability. However, Hiro still wants to have varied skills. He's optimistic that his skills will grow when he levels up. His magic's warmth makes him feel sleepy, so he decides to rest first before escaping. Rumi and Ren go down to the dungeon. Looking at Hiro's situation, they can't help but feel bad. His resilience is remarkable for them. Suddenly, Hiro wakes up from his sleep, greeting Runi and Ren with a smile. Ren informs him that the king has agreed to release Hiro from jail. The hero is surprised by his reaction. Despite abandoning Hiro, Ruri and Ren...
Now, I know it was simply because the heroes basically were like, look, bro, do you want to imprison all of us or none, or like one of us? Because you're going to get all of us if you don't let him out. I know that's probably what happened, but realistically speaking, does the king honestly expect Hiro to work for them? I mean, yeah, isekai to another world, he really has no other choice if he wants to kind of like have a means of survival to his knowledge. But if he does take that risk and go, fuck you, I'll find my own path. It can't be that hard. I mean, I got the language skill. I got power. It's not like anybody can actually touch me. I'm a hero on top of, if anything else, fuck you. What if he does that then? Is he like what then?
And stay for his sake. Hiro recaps his situation with his peers. While walking in the hall, Hiro is stopped by a strange view. The decoration of the waiting room is unsettling for him. Ren offers Hiro
just a
fruits
naked
to eat. Hiro
bitch.
notes their quest to defeat the demon lord. Ren reveals that once they accomplish their task, the king will send them back at the exact time and place.
I don't believe that for a fucking second. I don't know. I don't believe that at all.
As if nothing happened. Hiro finds the deal a bit vague. Ruri
Yes.
doesn't like the kingdom's complacency while they do the heavy lifting. Ren agrees with her and doubts Kingdon's intentions. Hiro's relieved to hear their sentiments. The three are happy to become allies in the
Let me tell you why this is a fuck deal. There's absolutely positively nothing. Like, there's no negatives for the kingdom whatsoever. They don't stop the Demon King. It didn't seem like the type of ritual where they had to sacrifice anybody or like give up a big part of magic or anything, or like sacrifice like a. It basically what I'm getting at is it didn't seem like a ritual where they can only do it once. It seemed like a ritual where they could do it multiple times, but they thought they only needed to do it once. Meaning that this ritual that happened, like them getting isekai to this world, could just happen again to some other people. Meaning that all it would take is them failing. So why are they so trusting of this kingdom? I'm just saying.
isekai world. Hiro's happy to finally have real-life friends. They decide to observe quietly for now until
You don't
they
know if they're
discover
friends
how
or
to
not.
return to their world. Surprisingly, Ruri is more interested in other races. She notes that the isekai world classifies the races into three. There are humans, demon folk, and beast folk. Demon folks hold magic.
No
Beast
elves?
folks are experts in martial arts, while humans gift is wisdom.
No dwarves?
making the latter at the top of the food chain. However, it's safer if they do not engage with other races.
Why not?
That said, Ren thinks it's best
That's
to wait
racist
and see.
shit.
Hiro still thinks that it's better to explore demon folks who are experts in magic. A confused voice echoes in the castle.
Talk to
Ruri
me. I want a demon
explains that the
baddie.
three skills are passive, weapon, and magic. With this, Hiro can't just become a jack of all trades easily.
Stop.
However, it's clear to him that they need to gather information outside. Hiro still thinks of finding answers in other kingdoms, which he doesn't know how to say. Ren informs him that he and Ruri plan on staying in the kingdom. Hiro's surprised face displays. Ren expresses his remorse, but Hiro agrees with him. Excitedly, he notes his plan for finding clues outside the kingdom. Hiro reassures her that he'll be okay since he plans on being an evasion healer. Ruri recalls him dumping all his stats on evasion, which is the reason for his imprisonment. She reveals that they distributed their stat points normally, which he expected. This makes Ruri confused by Hiro's decision to focus on his evasion skill. Hiro reveals that he can evade any attack from his opponents. Ren is amazed that Hiro's practically unbeatable. Hiro credits his knowledge as a gamer. Ruri and Ren lead the mission.
Yeah, but I couldn't even call it a glass cannon. He's not a cannon at all. He just doesn't have a way to attack you. Like, he can evade and he can heal. He's like crazy good on support, but he just does not have a way to attack you whatsoever.
To Hiro to find answers. However, Hiro is anxious about leaving the kingdom, but he can't help but get excited to see the other kingdoms. His being a gamer pushes him to explore the isekai world. Meanwhile, Hiro expresses his surprise that the king released him. Ren grabs his glove and decides to reveal something to him. Hiro's surprised to see a bangle. Ren reveals that as long as he wears a contract bangle, the three of them can move freely in the kingdom. Hiro's concerned about Ren's agreement with the king. Ruri displays her upset face. Ren can't visit other kingdoms without the king's permission. Hiro displays his annoyance, then blames himself for Ren's predicament. While Hiro doesn't plan on apologizing, he promises to find a way to break the curse.
There's absolutely positively no way. Like, he would have done it to one of you, if not all of you. Because he's just that fucking, he's just a scumbag. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Ren
Don't
is
feel
surprised,
bad.
while Ruri displays her support as well. Ren feels relieved by his friend's overflowing support. They think of a way to keep in
Did y'all
touch with
niggas
each other.
just meet?
Hiro suggests using their first name since the king only knows about their family name. Ren agrees with him. Ruri gives Hiro his bag for his journey. Ren gives him their items as well, which he can trade for money. Hiro receives a pen, a notebook, a hand mirror, and a handkerchief. He expresses his gratitude for his friend. Hiro sets off on his journey. The view outside makes him feel like he's in a classic RPG. Hiro decides to look for an inn since night has fallen. Hiro secures money and information first. He looks for a store where he can trade his items for money, but he's unsure what to sell. Hiro doesn't want to sell Ruri and Ren's items as well as his. Suddenly, he remembers his 3 chocolates, but he's unsure if they'll sell. He looks at the merchant and wonders
probably.
if his plan to trade will work. Hiro wonders if guilds exist in the isekai world. Suddenly, he notices people glancing at him since he's wearing strange clothes. Hiro decides to buy clothes that'll make him fit in. While searching, he finds a signboard. He can't understand the writing. Hiro decides to open his status plate, realizing that he can't use his language acquisition skills on text.
Damn.
With this, Hiro feels hopeless, until someone approaches him. Instantly, he notes his difficulty finding the guild. Tina, a newbie magician, thinks he's lost. Hiro feels embarrassed for being treated like a lost child. Enthusiastically, Tina offers to help him since she's on her way to the guild. Tina just defeated a slime.
Go
and is
Tina.
on her way to receive her first reward. Hiro's happy to learn that he can earn money from fighting. Suddenly, a voice calls.
How
the
can you
magician.
fight?
Dea notes to Floyd, both adventurers, that he found Tina. The magician waves at his friends. Her peers express their concern after being separated from her. Dea asks her about Hiro, to which Tina explains that he's looking for the guild. Floyd happily helps Hiro lead him to their common destination. The 2 adventurers introduce themselves. Luckily, Hiro finds companions early on his journey. Floyd leads the way to the guild, noting the giant building that is hard to miss. Hiro's amazed to see
Damn.
the
Oh, that's so fucking clean. Oh my god, that might be the cleanest adventurers guild I've ever seen. Their adventurers guild is just a mountain, a fucking diamond. Damn. That's hard as shit.
Floyd notes the possibility of a dragon's appearance, surprising Hiro. Although the chances of monsters getting inside the city are rare, Hiro's more determined to raise his level quickly. Excitement displays his face as he arrives at every gamer's dream place. Floyd...
It's not my dream place. I just want to point that out. You said every gamer, it's not my dream place.
and his party report their quest.
Where the bad bitches at?
And then he points Hiro to the registration area. Floyd asks him to look for them in case he needs anything. At the reception,
Bro, don't point me to a bad bitch as soon as I say that. Stop it.
Hala greets Hiro.
She really is bad as fuck, bro.
He blushes to see a beast folk
I'm saying.
for the first
Me
time.
and Hero are on the same page.
noting that they coexist with humans. Hala reveals that he's a half-beast, noting the rarity of beast folk in the area.
That is not a he, bro. That is full titties. Stop playing with me.
Hiro apologizes for staring at her, noting his desire to
There you go.
become an adventurer. Hallie happily explains all the details to him. She notes that guilds are neutral places where all races can join. Hala confirms that there are even demon folk who are adventurers. Adventurers are also allowed to cross any country's borders, given the demand for them. Once registered, an adventurer can accept as many quests as possible. He can simply pick up quests from the board in the corner. Since Hiro can't read their writings, Hala directs him to the concierge for recommendation. The receptionist asks him to be careful when getting quests. Hiro proceeds to register. Hala hands her a form to fill out and asks for the payment fee. Hiro's surprised that registration is not free. While Hala
course
fills out the
not.
form for him since he can't read, Hiro offers
Most registration that mean anything is not free. I mean, it's not like incredibly expensive. Don't get me wrong. Like they shouldn't bust your head pyramid scheme style, but it is definitely not free.
and his item
Them fucking laminated cards cost.
as payment. Hala accepts his offer. Hiro gives her the chocolates, which the receptionist investigates. Hala finds it hard to assess the item's value, so Hiro suggests that she try it. If she likes it, Hiro asks her to pay for his registration. Otherwise, Hala doesn't need to pay for the food she eats. The receptionist smells the chocolate's rare aroma. Upon eating, Hala becomes too stunned to speak. The receptionist trembles while trying to describe the taste.
Bro, you don't know what they could have done to her. They could have poisoned the fuck out of her, and you never would have known it.
Her face displays a delighted look after having a
Why she nut though?
taste of the chocolate. She looks like she's in heaven while describing her
Why she still nutting though? Look at her tail. She's convulsing, bro. She's full on food wars. She's full on food warsing right in our eyes with clothes on. It is wild.
experience. Hala agrees to pay for Hiro's registration in return for the rest of the chocolates. Per Hala's request, Hiro shares that he's a healer and puts his stats on evasion. While writing his details, Hala suddenly stops. Her confused face displays while reiterating his evasion skill. Hiro asks her not to worry while maintaining some points for his recovery skill as well. Hala looks concerned for him, prompting her to ask if he belongs to a party. Hiro confirms that he's alone but is open to joining one. Hala reveals that there won't be any party for
I like how Hala, like, writing his shit down was like, so you ain't got no weapons? He's like, nope. No combat training. Nuh-uh. No armor. No ma'am. And how do you attack? I don't. What the fuck? No party? Nope. Like, this nigga here is useless.
The receptionist thinks that his skill priority is not valuable for any party.
I'm saying.
Even though he's confident with his build, she asks him to quit, but Hiro pushes his registration. He decides to ask parties to join their guild. Hiro thanks Hala for her help and proceeds to look for a party. A group of experienced adventurers stand in the corner, which Hiro approaches. The party leader compliments Hiro's rare job as a healer. So far, the party likes Hiro as they
A healer?
silently. Hiro
Evasion?
since healers are in demand.
Get the
everywhere.
fuck out of here.
Confirms his lack of experience as an adventurer. Confidently, Hiro notes his high evasion skill, which makes him safe from danger. The party is too stunned to speak, prompting the
Sorry, kid. I just made that same joke. I just made that same joke. Healer evasion. Get the fuck out of here.
leader to reject his request to join. Hiro's disappointed, but he moves on with his search. He approaches another party at their table,
Healer?
introducing himself. He
Evasion?
receives another good piece of feedback based on his job as a healer. While he lacks a shield, he notes that he has healing and regeneration skills. So far, the party doesn't see any problem with him until he reveals that he's an evasion healer. While Hiro explains the value of his build, the party leaves their table.
Bro, stop pushing this fucking build. They don't know what you're talking about. Nigga is pushing this build. Niggas sound like let me solo her before he killed Melania the first time. Bro, let me tell you, pot on head, 2 katana, bro, rivers of blood. I guarantee you this build's gonna work, guys. Niggas are like, bro, get the fuck out of here. We need real stats.
And rejects him. The adventurer notes that they do not need another burden in their party. Lucia, a half-beast adventurer, displays her guilty face while carrying her party's luggage after being called out. Hiro notices and feels bad for her. He just releases a big sigh and continues searching for another party. While looking around, Hiro hears nothing but a dead silence. The healer starts to get annoyed by the rejections. While shaking off his disappointment,
Nigga, how are you annoyed? You built this shit and were told it was ass. Stop pushing the narrative that is good still. I'm sure it's probably good, but you ain't got no accomplishments. Go out there and do something. Do something with the build. How you gonna not complete the build, but then act like the build is superior to everything else? You ain't do nothing with this build so far.
Hala shouts that he
What bosses you take down?
can still take back his registration. Instead, Hiro asks where he can find the monsters. He asks Hala for a
There you go.
that doesn't involve monster subjugation. The receptionist displays her concern for the danger he can encounter in dungeons. Hiro notes that he'll only take a peek, reassuring me that he'll be fine. Unable to dissuade him, she hands Hiro a recommendation. Hala gives him an herb collection quest at the stone dungeon. The quest has no time limit, and the guild will buy all the herbs he'll gather. Hala still asks him to remain cautious. Excitedly, Hiro rushes to his first quest, while Hala reminds her to be careful. Outside, he notices that the sun is already setting. Since he's in dire need of money, Hiro plans to continue his quest. Hiro's determined to gather the herbs and earn his first reward.
Go ahead.
Since he slept a lot in jail, one all-nighter will not be a problem for him. Finally, he arrives at the stone dungeon and enters immediately. Hiro observes a huge and empty dungeon. So far, he has not encountered any monsters. Hiro recalls Hala's warning.
You ain't got no weapons?
Create a map for good measure. Suddenly, he sees a wobbling slime, which immediately attacks him. Effortlessly, Hiro dodges the slime, which he finds cute. Thanks to his evasion skill, he doesn't find the slime troublesome. Hiro thinks that the slime is easy to defeat, so he prepares to kick the monster. To his surprise, he doesn't deal any damage, reminding him that his attack stat is only 1 point. That said, he becomes more
You
mindful
ain't
of
got
his
no
actions. Unable
weapons.
to do anything, he wonders if the slime will keep following him. Suddenly, another slime appears, but Hiro plans on ignoring it. While he proceeds, Hiro worries about gathering herbs to earn money. Hiro can't help but recall the doubts about him finding a party in his evasion healer build. He's determined to prove them wrong in his first quest. Slimes continue to attack him, but the monsters keep on missing. Hiro doesn't even notice their strikes until he sees them stop. Hiro realizes that monsters can't leave their own floor. Hiro delves deeper into the dungeon. At every level, he encounters different monsters, such as rats and wolves.
No, he's just
which he avoids
dodging.
effortlessly. He notices that monsters start attacking in a mixed group as he goes deeper. Finally, Hiro sees the herbs he needs to collect. He recalls Hala's guide about soothing and healing grasses. While collecting the herbs, monsters continue to miss their attacks on Hiro. Hiro moves on to search for a higher grade herb.
She is
The
not
wolf
even
hits the
carrying.
wall, unable to hit the healer. He arrives at the more grandiose
He's
floor,
not carrying at
expecting that
all.
he'll discover more. Instantly, he finds a healing herb patch, which he gathers. Suddenly, he feels a strange sensation. He contemplates either running away or continuing while relying on his evasion skill.
It's worked so
Hiro hides
far.
behind a corner and remains to stay. He trembles in fear while strategizing his next moves. Soaked in terror, his knees weaken after seeing a horned bear. Although he's scared, Hiro decides to move forward. The healer approaches the bear. The monster displays its dominance, causing Hiro to shiver in fear. The monster whirs thunderously, while the healer accepts the bear's attack. Luckily, he dodges every attack from the monster thanks to his evasion. The horned bear is too stunned to speak. Relieved, Hiro doesn't expect things to go well. Gleefully, Hiro resumes gathering herbs.
Ain't no way this nigga just passive evasion.
Contemplates whether it's easy to fight the bear head-on. Finally, Hiro gathers the herbs, enough to rent a room. His tiredness displays itself while he rests. Surprised, he can't believe to see multiple bears over him,
5
trying to
bears?
attack.
Damn.
Immediately, Hiro runs away from the monsters.
He's finna
Suddenly,
jump.
he sees
They
a man
finna
in the
jump.
corner. He contemplates if there's a treasure or the dungeon's boss inside. Hiro decides to keep going until he gets hit.
Might as
To test
well.
his potential, he dives right in. He opens the door in a polite manner. Inside the massive room looms the boss figure. An aggressive orc strikes him without missing an opportunity. Soaked in fear, Hiro faces the giant orc with immense strength. As
Still got the
expected,
bears?
The monster's attack misses the healer, causing the orc surprise. Hero displays
Still
his
got the bears,
confidence
though?
with his evasions effectively.
GG
He finds a
noob!
way to hit the blank
No!
book, causing the monster to get angrier.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not GG's, nigga. You have no way of getting out of this room. If he's blocking that entrance, there is no way of like your evasion can only work so well.
He notes that both of them are not losing to each other. Instead, he just checks what's inside the boss room.
Oh my
Suddenly,
God.
a passage displays in the corner.
There's no way.
Causing the orc to get stuck after the
What the
monster chases
fuck?
him. Hero finds the situation convenient until he sees
It really is.
passage. He sees
That's
a
not
magic
even how
circle,
boss rooms
which he
work.
assumes is a teleportation gate.
That
Upon
is not how
opening the
boss
gate,
rooms
he
work.
sees a book. Hero thinks it's a grimoire, only to find out it's blank. Disappointed,
This is not how boss rooms work in the slightest, bro. I'm so mad.
he attempts to throw the blank book until he stops, thinking there's another way to read the book, uncertain about how to read it. Hero just keeps the book in her bag in the meantime. He contemplates next what to do with the magic circle. After thinking, Hero decides to go into the magic circle. After stepping in, light emanates around him, and then a beam surges. Suddenly, adventurers display in the area, which Hero recognizes as the dungeon's entrance. His surprised face displays while feeling amazed. Excitedly, Hero decides to return to the guild. He can't help but notice a lot of adventurers from different ranks at the entrance. Lucia rushes to her party while carrying their luggage. Back at the guild, Hala welcomes Hero with surprise. While she feels relieved, the receptionist thinks he gave up the dungeon. Hala
Nah.
wonders if he will finally find a party to join.
Stop. I don't
Instead,
need them.
Hero displays all the herbs he gathered,
liked that.
surprising Hala.
He
The
liked that.
receptionist
Now
is
get her
impressed
number.
to see a high-grade herb in good condition. She assumes that Hero found a strong party, but he confirms that he was alone and relied on his evasion skill. Hal agrees in confusion, then gives him his reward. Hero expresses his excitement to finally earn his first money. The healer also grabs the blank book and shows it to Hala to examine. The receptionist displays a blank face, while Hero notes that the pages are blank. His disappointment displays, thinking of the item's garbage. Hala holds the book tightly while noting that the book's for acquiring skills. His surprised face displays...
Yeah! Now acquire a fucking offensive skill, you bum. You fucking speed, you quick step, ultra instinct merchant. I'm tired of you ultra instincting your way. Like, acquire like a lock on skill or some shit. I don't know. Something to allow you to attack something.
Since the book is blank. While Hala notes that the brown book's the least valuable, it's still worth a lot. Loudly, Hero displays his excitement.
Fuck that.
She strongly
Use it.
suggests that he use the book instead.
Yes.
The receptionist offers to teach him how to use the book. Hero places his hand over the book. Next that he needs to do is use his current skill, and he will gain a new one in return. After using Heal, light emanates around him from the book, which excites Hala. Hero successfully acquires the shield skill. The voice
Shield.
notifying him of his new skill surprised Hero. His new skill prompts him to remember the other guild member he encountered before. If only he had a companion, his new skill would be useful. Hero confirms he was successful using the book, which Hala is very happy about. The receptionist has high hopes for Hero. While noting the chocolates he gave her, Hala gets curious about his identity. Afraid to reveal his true self, Hero notes that he's just an average adventurer. The healer decides
Fuck all that. Riz her up.
before going to the inn, he decides to run an errand until he smells something tasty. The merchant encourages him to grab a bite. After spending all night in the dungeon, he decides to reward himself with a skewer. Hero enjoys his food while noticing the entire marketplace.
He said,
healer
"Oh, the
eats
nigga
all,
ate 3."
Then rests on a fountain. While observing the locals, Hero
Nigga ate so
recalls
much it
how
gave me
some humans are predominant in the
indigestion.
kingdom,
Oh my god.
making him wonder about
I
the
can't
other
talk at
humans.
all.
Since he's from another world, he's excited to meet new species like noble elves. Suddenly, he
They literally just, you know, as soon as I was finna say some shit, I was finna call him stupid as fuck because they literally didn't say anything about elves, and I said, what about elves? And then I didn't even notice this entire time she was an elf. I really did not notice this entire time she was an elf.
recalls Lucia, who's an elf, although he's unsure. Suddenly, Hero opens his status. Excitement displays his face while looking at his new skill. Hero can't wait to test the shield. After returning the cup to the merchant, an old lady notices his unusual clothes. This reminds Hero to buy new ones. He looks for casual clothes and chooses from the display. The old lady gives him a thin cloth, which he plans to use as loungewear. Additionally, Hiro takes a backpack. He then goes out to try his new skill. Luckily, a slime appears, which he still finds cute. Immediately, he activates the shield, which covers his body with a membrane of light. To further test his skill, he lets the slime attack him, but the slime just keeps on missing, making him realize he's evasive, so he can't use the shield's effect. He contemplates when he can actually
So he has a shield on top of being so evasive, niggas just simply cannot touch him. So in case they would touch him, he has the shield. What the fuck? What kind of build is this? And then he can heal.
test the skill. His body continues to shine until an enemy gets rid of it. He moves on to see stronger opponents. Suddenly, his attention's caught by a commotion nearby. Tina and Dea engage in a battle. While observing, Hiro can't find Floyd in the scene. Dea misses his attacks, while Tina launches a fireball at Slime. While behind bushes, Hiro thinks it's a close fight, thinking they're trying to increase their level. Suddenly, the slime lands a critical hit on Dea.
How do you get
alarming
hit
Hiro.
by a
Another
slime?
slime charges toward Tina, but Hiro intervenes silently with a shield. A membrane of light covers Tina, surprising her. Hiro is pleased that his skill worked. Dea urges Tina to attack,
And then
but
they
she
can give it to
instantly
others
does.
as
The slime
fire.
vanishes with her fireball, defeating the cute monster. Hiro's relieved, and he decides to leave before they find him. Suddenly, he makes a noise, causing Tina to notice and call him. Tina and Dea thank him for saving them, telling Hiro to drop the honorific. While Tina confirms, the healer notes that he's not used to doing it for people older than him. Tina and Dea are confused while noting their age, surprising Hiro as he's older than him. The two are surprised to learn his age. Suddenly, Dea urgently asks Hiro to watch out. The healer remains nonchalant, while slimes jump over and miss him. The two panic for Hiro remaining still. While he shines, Hiro reassures them that he's fine. The slime continues to miss him. Tina and Dea are puzzled while seeing Hiro evade the slime.
This nigga's like, I got ultra
Displays his
instinct. I
evasion
got ultra
skill. Hiro
instinct.
even notes that he's able to get a skill book using his evasion. Embarrassingly, Hiro asks them to attack the slime for him. Tina and Dea immediately helped him. Hiro thinks having a party is nice, and he can't wait to build his own. The slimes have been defeated, leaving Tina and Dea exhausted. Hiro offers to heal Tina, but she insists she's just out of mana. Hiro learns that using magic too much makes someone tired. While resting, he notes that using a shield is troublesome, making the user shine. Tina thinks that he used the skill too early, forgetting to change its effects. She notes that magic can be controlled, depending on how much mana one spends. Hiro
What?
increases his defense power. His number of protections decreases. He looks excited after learning about it. Immediately, Hiro focuses on controlling his power. The membrane of light starts to vanish. Tina asks if it's okay to cover her with a shield as well, noting that it overwrites the effect and resets the protection. Tina and Dea find Hiro very strange, noting that for someone stronger than them, he doesn't know the basics. Suddenly, he releases a very big yawn, since he hasn't slept at all since his dungeon quest. Dea recommends that he go to the Falling Star Inn, noting that the rooms are big and the food's amazing. Dea notes that
I'm trying to eat
he's
some.
currently at the inn, sleeping from drinking too much. Hiro gets ready to visit.
He just
the
like
inn
me for
and
real.
asks Tina to
He just
stay
like me
with
for
her.
real.
She feels embarrassed and notes that they will hunt more. Hiro notes that she's out of mana, but she insists. The healer goes ahead to the inn. Tina gets nervous intensely, while Dea is amazed by Hiro. Tina notes that she hasn't seen someone fight like him before. At the Falling Star Inn,
Damn,
Tina
my
and
nigga
Dea
got
arrive and
riz.
immediately leave with Floyd the next morning. Hiro wakes up from his sleep gasping. He comes down and is greeted by the owner while she prepares breakfast. She notes that he slept for the entire day, making him feel refreshed. She serves Hiro's free breakfast, exciting the healer. While enjoying his meal, she asks if he's Floyd's
Damn, she fun as fuck. Damn.
Hiro confirms, while she notes that they just left the inn. The owner gives him an extra dessert, showing her support for him as a newbie. She asks him not to hesitate.
Hey, you fine as shit. And then she kind of got some muscle on her. Hey, you know we love muscle women over here. We love, hey, we at Noodle Boy Inc. love muscle women. If you muscle, I want a muscle mommy to crush my fucking skull. I'm not even joking. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. You think I'm joking? I want her, right? Thighs between my, bro, I want her thighs wrapped around my head on some explicit. I can't even talk to y'all right now. Look, let's continue.
To reach out if he needs anything. Hiro asks her if she knows an armor
Look at them, damn,
shop, to which she confirms and
they just keep showing me, bro. Stop.
draws a map for him. While enjoying his desert, he's pleased to be introduced to a good store.
And then she can cook. I don't know who her man is, but I'll be it.
Afterward,
I'm him.
it's the well-established store. Upon entering, he finds the store sophisticated and fashionable. Footsteps approach, then an old man greets him.
This nigga look like Yosemite Sam from Naruto.
Hiro's surprised to see a dwarf inside the store. The shop owner finds Hiro's getup odd and asks for his job. Hiro notes that he's a healer, so the dwarf takes him to the robe section. But Hiro's only looking for equipment that helps him evade better. The dwarf asks why, to which Hiro notes
Can't get over the Yosemite Sam from
With his
Naruto.
action, Hiro shows his skill, making the dwarf think he's an oddball. However, no party wants him on their team, prompting the dwarf to tell him to
Because
give
all he
up.
can do is
Hiro
dodge.
stands by his decision to increase his evasion. The dwarf asks what he'll do on his own without a party. However, Hiro doesn't care if he's alone and is still hopeful to meet people who understand him. The dwarf
Make him a
as
weapon.
Hiro prepares for the worst.
Make
Hiro
him a
is
weapon.
familiar with the shop owner. The dwarf admits that his evasion healer build is not that bad, noting that monsters can also adapt and get stronger. Hiro's pleased to see a like-minded person like the shop owner, but the dwarf reiterates his hardship in finding a party. Afterwards, he's surprised when he asks Hiro for his budget for the armory. With his limited money, he can only avail himself of something without special enchantment. Hiro confirms that this means equipment that can increase his stats. The dwarf confirms, while noting that their kind is the best blacksmith. Hiro's excited face displays. The dwarf encourages him to get a feel for the equipment. Hiro asks if he has something that increases evasion. With a stern look, the dwarf asks if he really thinks he has a niche product. Hiro is too stunned to react. The dwarf offers to make one for him instead. Excitement is back in Hiro's face, and he plans to save up for the equipment. Hiro leaves the shop with a big smile. The dwarf suddenly attempts to grab him, but he misses due to Hiro's evasion, causing him to slip. He notes that his money's enough to buy the unenchanted equipment. The dwarf can enchant it with evasion once he has enough money. Hiro chooses the equipment carefully. The dwarf notes that sometimes his niece makes the equipment. While looking, he finally finds something
Who's your niece?
interesting. The dwarf offers him a discount for the robe he plans to pick, which
Not drip.
he immediately tries on.
He finna get drippy.
Hiro's pleased after
I like it. I like it. You like it. I love it. You like it. I love it.
wearing the robe.
It's some slight. It's not as drippy as I thought it was gonna look on him.
The dwarf's happy, thinking he doesn't look like a healer at all. Silently, he notes that he still hides the fact that he's a priest. Hiro shows his gratitude before he leaves to collect more herbs.
Okay, that from the top up, from neck up, that should look drippy as fuck. It's kind of like how it was drawn. Maybe it was the bottom part that didn't look that drippy.
So he can earn more money. The dwarf asks if he's heading to the slime cave. Hiro's confused, while the dwarf's surprised he doesn't know about it. He notes that it's a dungeon full of slimes and herbs. While everyone thinks it's like a gold mine, adventurers were so busy fighting slime that they forgot about the herbs. Hiro asks
How?
the dwarf to tell him the dungeon's location. The shop owner warns that accidents beyond recovery happen once a year to a novice adventurer. Hiro displays his frightened expression.
Nigga, you can't get hit.
Confident about his evasion skill.
Exactly. Your whole build is I cannot be touched, and it's been successful. It's been super successful. What the fuck are you worried about?
Which the dwarf likes about him. Afterwards, Hiro settles the payment. Suddenly, his attention is struck by accessories. The dwarf asks
Nah, not drip.
if the shop owner has a contract accessory.
Nigga guy,
While it
oh, he
does,
trying to get a
he
diamond
doesn't
chain for the
have a
biddies.
contract with it. Hiro displays his disappointment, since the dwarf lacks knowledge about it. The healer proceeds to the slime dungeon instead. The dwarf asks him to remember his advice. He shouts never to enter the cave, while Hiro bids farewell with a happy face. In the forest, Hiro arrives at multiple warning signs. Finally, he sees the dungeon, which is obviously scary. He's surprised to see the animals calmly drinking water. To his
Chilling.
surprise, there are slimes next to them. He looks disinterested and decides to enter the dungeon. Upon entering the cave, he already sees slime. Hiro simply evades the cute monsters. As expected, herbs really grow in the dungeon, making the dwarf's words hold true. He also didn't lie about the slime.
Oh,
Somehow,
don't lie.
He can't find anything but soothing grass on the floor. He contemplates delving a bit deeper. Even though he wants to listen to the shop owner, Hero's persistent in making progress. He calculates his expenses before delving deeper, noting his lack of money. In other words, he's no choice but to keep advancing to gather herbs. Fortunately, the slimes can't follow him to the next floor, so he plans on picking up the grass near the stairs. Immediately, he rushes to find the nearest stairs. The growing number of slimes starts to worry Hero, until he sees another group of cute monsters ahead. The slime is much more than he anticipated. Hero wouldn't be surprised if he couldn't evade all of them. However, the healer doesn't have a choice but to keep going, as he's in dire need of money. Finally, he finds the stairs. To his luck, it isn't hard to find, but the slimes keep multiplying. He grins while noting that he hasn't found out the extent of his evasion. Even though he
It's
dodged
super
the
OP.
attack before, I still don't know how far exactly. Like dancing, Hero enjoys evading the slime and
This
tries
nigga.
to test his skills potential. Excitedly, Hero starts his experiment without straying too far from the stairs. Hero wonders where the slime appeared from. He
He
contemplates
is just
if the slimes divide
passively
themselves
evading
indefinitely.
dozens of
His skeptical
slimes,
face displays
all
how they
trying to
continue
attack
bothering
him.
Suddenly, a distorted view appears, making Hero confused for a second. He wonders if it's because of the shield from before, recounting Tina's explanation. Hero realizes that the effect remains after a few days. Following this narrative, he starts to get anxious after finding out that his evasion is reaching its limits. The slime's number rises up to 30, which is troublesome for him to dodge. He's extra
30
cautious
slimes?
as he doesn't want to end up like the dwarf warned about. That said, Hero decides to end the experiment. While observing the slime, his face is covered in terror. He's surrounded by a gazillion of slime.
Damn!
The slime hits Hero, causing panic in his face. Finally, he's not able to dodge the strike. He drops to the ground, wincing in pain. Another slime strike, but Hero heals himself and activates his shield. A membrane of light covers Hero. Immediately, he plots his escape. The slimes keep missing him again. Soaked in terror, he runs away, fearing that the slime's already surrounded by a gazillion slimes. Gling sounds will appear in his nightmare. In the nick of time, he jumps to the stairs, which the slime can't cross. Hero sits on the step, gasping for air. He finally knows the limit of his evasion skill, making him stop underestimating the slime.
Yep.
He looks up and observes the slime monster house he accidentally created. Strangely, he can only see soothing
Bro,
grass
whoever
on the
comes
second
after you is
floor
gonna beat
and
your
no
ass.
sight of slime. Finally, the cute monster appears, but he's surprised to see its different form. The slime has ears that can jump very high. To his surprise, the slime can fly with its wings, amusing him.
Wings?
He observes the cute monster in the air. The flying slime charges his body and uses a thunder skill. Hero is able to dodge the slime's
That thunder
attack.
shock! Oh
Hero remains in
no!
position, surprising Hero. The healer thinks he's paralyzed, unable to move his body.
Heal
While
it.
on the ground, Hero heals his body.
There
but
you go.
doesn't debbuff his paralysis. Hero
What?
realizes a different magic is needed to treat his paralyzed body. He can't
No!
believe that the slime is strong on the second floor. The flying slime strikes again. Hero calms himself down, remembering his shield in effect. The slime just bounces beside his paralyzed body. Hero is surprised, seeing the slime miss its attack.
Oh, it's
His skill is still in effect, even if he's unable to move, making him wonder how strong his evasion skill is. His
Passive.
paralyzed body dances around, evading the slime's attacks. Still, its strikes keep missing, breaking the slime's pride in tatters. Hero looks more positive as he's almost out of paralysis. When he's able to move again, Hero's confident enough to win the battle. The slime sheds tears as it strikes its thunder skill at Hero again. Just when his paralysis was about to come off, the slime extended its effect. If it persists, Hero will starve to death, unable to move forever.
Nigga
He's
tryna
unsure
stun
what
lock
to
him.
do, as he doesn't have any means to attack the slime. Suddenly, the looming shadows of strangers arrive at the dungeon. Hero's face lightens up as he loudly shouts for help. Floyd and his party are surprised to see Hero in a bad situation. The healer starts to shed tears. Floyd and the rest instantly approach Hero with concern. The party checks on Hero's situation, realizing he was attacked by a slime. Flyout immediately orders Dea and Tina with instructions. The slime's about to strike another attack, which Hero is able to dodge, surprising Floyd with his evasion skill. Hero keeps evading the persistent
How was he
slime.
dodging?
The annoyed smile jumps up and down while Floyd prepares to attack. He slashes the slime with his sword, landing a hit on the slime. While suspended in the air, Tina uses her fire magic. Floyd continues attacking the slime. The slime's persistence displays itself as it keeps attacking Hero. The monster
He's
is
trying to get that.
shows
He's
as it's
trying to
still
get a
alive
hit.
despite all the damage. The annoyed slime prepares another attack and charges toward Floyd instead, hitting the adventurer. Immediately, Hero supports him with his healing power. Quickly, Floyd recovers from the slime's blow. He swings
could
a
use his
powerful
heal?
attack, landing a critical strike on the slime. Finally, the monster's defeated. Floyd immediately checks on Hero and asks everyone to get back up. The healer drinks a paralysis potion. The medicine's bitterness rouses Hiro, showing its effectiveness. Floyd hands him water to wash off the bitter taste, making Hiro grateful for their arrival. He thought it was the end of him. If it weren't for Dea's desire to go to the lower dungeon, they wouldn't see Hiro. The healer thanks Dea, although the adventurer insists he didn't help much. Hiro asks why
He really
in a dangerous
didn't.
cave. Dea says that deep inside the cave is the best place to train against multiple enemies. Hiro notes the slime on the upper floor, which he has encountered before. The slime gathers at the edge of the floor, causing Floyd and his party to be surprised. The party leader asks Hiro why he didn't beat the slimes. Dea explains that Hiro can dodge any attack, but he can't deal any damage. Floyd's baffled that he went to such a dangerous place, even though he can't defeat anything.
I'm
The party
saying.
leader laughs at Hiro, but the healer is left without choice since no one wants it in their party. Floyd can't stop laughing at Hiro's situation, while Dea notes the all-you-can-defeat slimes. Floyd agrees, but he thinks it is cowardly. Dea doesn't mind and prepares to attack, since they also need to get out of the cave. Left with no choice, Floyd agrees with Dea's suggestion. Tina stops her party, suggesting they lend Hiro a bracelet. The healer's puzzled face displays itself while looking at the party bracelet. The accessory aims to distribute the experience points evenly between them. Hiro
Ooh.
displays his excited face while wearing the bracelet. Finally, the healer can gain proper experience points. Floyd and his party prepare to attack, but Hiro makes sure to activate his shield first. Floyd's pleased by his skill, while Dea thanks him for his support. Instantly, the slime gets defeated easily. Floyd and his party find the task like a piece of cake. Hiro happily shares with them that
He
he's
made
now
them all
level 2,
tanks.
puzzling Dea. Hiro becomes disappointed at his progress, while Floyd quietly observes them. Suddenly, he officially invites Hiro to join his party, surprising the healer and exciting Tina. Hiro asks if he's sure since he's an evasive healer, but Floyd's
Yeah.
okay with it. Dea is also fine, even if Hiro thinks that he lacks common sense. Excitedly, Tina insists that Hiro join their party.
She's
The
tryna
healer
fuck.
pauses momentarily and immediately accepts
She's just
their
trying to
invitation.
fuck.
Floyd's excited to hold a welcoming party for Hiro.
He just trying to
He
drink.
anticipates exciting days ahead with them.
Floyd just trying to
Hiro
get
reaches into his
drunk.
pocket and grabs Ruri and Ren's items. He thought that he would end up at a party with the two of them. However, Hiro thinks
Them
joining
niggas don't
Floyd's
even.
party
What are
is
they
a
even
bad
doing right
the
now?
party moves on to continue their hunt, while their formulation is completed. Hiro thinks that having a guardian only makes sense since Dea is still building his strength. Hiro patiently increases his shield, which Dea is thankful for. While Hiro is thankful that they let him join their party, he feels like he's not needed in the formation. Dea continues to defeat the slime until something catches his attention. Hiro tries to be useful for covering the front of Dea. The latter insists on remaining in his formation. Dea notes that Vanguard is his responsibility. He feels hurt, thinking that he is unreliable. Hiro pauses momentarily and notes that he understands Dea. Floyd tries to lighten the mood by cracking a joke at Hiro. Silently, Hiro feels as if his evasion healer build is rejected again, causing him to
How?
release a sigh. Suddenly, a slime casually misses its attack on Hiro. Floyd notes that he can really dodge anything. Hiro just plays with the slime, while Dea warns them to look out. Hiro is startled as Dea aggressively attacks the slime. The Vanguard orders Hiro to fall back while pointing at Tina, who's fighting the slime despite being a rearguard. Hiro tries to calm Dea down. Hiro notes that she'll be fine as long as she has Hiro's shield. Floyd asks Dea in a joking manner to cool his head down. Dea appreciates the value of having a healer in the party. The young adventurers
The
panic
nigga's
as
like,
they
I'm
haven't
just trying
defeated
to
the other monsters.
keep all y'all locked
Floyd
in.
observes them like a proud father. Night falls at the Falling Star Inn, where Hiro displays his exhaustion. Dea looks tired and unable to fight through the day. Hiro says it's fine and asks him to do his best next time, which annoys Dea. Passionately, he promises to improve on their next quest. Hiro expresses his care for Dea like a big brother. Suddenly, a pint of beer is offered to Hiro.
Yo,
Floyd
pass that
rests to
shit.
celebrate Heroes
I
as
hate
their
beer.
official party member. Floyd asks
Hey, one thing I'll tell y'all about me, I fucking hate beer. I like liquor. I hate beer. I don't know about y'all. I hate beer. For those that y'all can drink, I hate beer. Don't ever pass me a beer.
him
I'm fucking cold piss.
to bottom up, but Hiro doesn't drink beer. The inn owner
Exactly. Hero knows. That's just piss. Damn, look at my baby, my boo thing. Look how bad she is. Why is she so fucking bad? Them titties so fucking big.
The party enjoys their celebration together. Suddenly, Floyd informs them that the hero is in the kingdom. Startled, Hiro notes that the rumors about Ren have circulated already. The party continues to talk about the hero and how they heard that he was in the kingdom. This makes Hiro realize that rumors have already circulated about Ren, despite the fact that it has only been a few days since they were summoned. He asks Floyd how he knows about this, leading them to just think that Hero is just as interested as they are. He wants to speak up about the topic, but he knows he cannot just blurt out that he was summoned alongside the hero. The group tells him that they heard the hero is working really hard to raise his level and has entered a very dangerous dungeon recently, full of monsters and traps. Most alarmingly, Floyd heard he got inflicted with a powerful curse because of it, making Hero sympathize. The drunk man wants to talk more about what he heard, but he passes out in the middle of his story. While Floyd is out, the rest of them continue their celebration. At midnight, Hero sneaks out of the inn to go to the stone dungeon to get urged.
Why are you doing this?
He contemplates how Ren and Ruri are already going to dangerous places and thinks that
You don't even know what they're doing right now.
Around to do things they do not like. He thinks about how he needs to get stronger fast, reminding him that he needs to check his status since he must have leveled up this afternoon. He is disappointed to see that his status level is still at no one. His progress is so slow that it finally dawns on him why no one wanted him to join their party. As he walks the dungeon, he second guesses ever reaching level 50 and thinks that the dwarf's confidence in him must be for nothing. He is glad he did not slip up about his status back at the guild, knowing it means the other adventurers would have treated him even more as an outsider. Despite this, he still puts in more power-ups with his evasion skill. The next morning at the inn, Hero goes down the stairs to find Floyd, still reeling from the hangover he got last night. The man goes up in a hurry, wanting to skip the rest of the day to rest up. Tina asks Hero if he had a good rest. Secretly, the young man wants to say that he did not have a wink of sleep. Drops by to their adventures. There, Hala informs our protagonist that someone by the name of Ruri left a message on the message board. This alerts him, thinking it must be important. The letter says that she will be waiting for him at the plum bar for 2 nights. As Hala informs
that sounds like it's a setup, but go on.
Him that the message was posted yesterday, Hero wonders.
I'm just a suspicious bitch, honestly.
Something has happened to them. Later on, the party, excluding Floyd, returns to the stone dungeon. Our protagonist gives everyone shields just to be safe.
Exactly, he knows.
Without Floyd, Dea insists that they go to the second floor. Conscious of what happened yesterday, he wants to practice their formation. Seeing his determination, Hero agrees. They come across a group of wild rats, and they manage to defeat them. This gives Hero hope that if they just practice their teamwork slowly but surely, they will be a great party in the future. Just as the party celebrates their victory, they come across the party that rejected our protagonist before. Upon seeing Hero, the leader of that pack condescendingly congratulates Hero for finding a party that would take him. This group of jerks then tells them that they are on their way to the lower floors. As the archer girl carrying the luggage passes by, Hero confirms to himself that the girl really is an elf, as he theorizes. The next day, the group of friends returns to the slime cave.
So, when they were talking about races, why didn't they bring up the elf race?
Polishing their skills more with the fully recovered Floyd. After sundown, our protagonist goes to the plum bar to meet up with Ruri. There, the 2 summoned friends have their reunion. Ruri is so beautiful that the other men at the bar are jealous of the young man.
They also weren't talking about dwarves
Hero
either.
Takes on the topic of how there is a rumor going around that the hero is currently leveling up in a very dangerous dungeon. He advises the 2 to be careful there since he heard that monsters there inflict powerful curses. Ruri's silence over this makes Hero realize the worst. She tells him that Ren was hit by the very curse he heard about. The young girl reports that after getting injured in a violent brawl with a giant snake, Ren gained a mark on his body. While it may do nothing right now,
he gained a mark on his body in a brawl with a giant snake, huh? Alright, Orochimaru. Alright, I see you. I see you.
Injured in a violent brawl with a giant snake, Ren gained a mark on his body. While it may do nothing right now, the mark will one day spread throughout his body until
curse mark.
It strangles him to his death.
Yeah, curse mark.
King says he is looking for something to break the curse. He did nothing else after that.
He's not.
That she has been looking all over the royal library for any research about the curse, but has not found anything that can be helpful. Hero promises to ask around about the curse.
Just heal him.
To not let his friend die. He asks if being pushed around by the king has been taxing on her. She says that the king only ordered them to raise their levels, and since they also want to be strong, their interests align with theirs for now. The young woman shows her status, and the young man is shocked at how powerful she is. Damn! Level 16. While she assures the young man that he will catch up with her, he is not so confident. Suddenly, 2 drunk men go to their table. One of them goes close to Ruri's face, asking the woman to come and play with them. Hiro comes between them, putting the young lady at a distance from the two. The two men get so angry at his action that they come at him, yet he just evades every punch. Ruri tells Hiro that it is time to leave, but the two drunks hover over the woman and threaten to make it hard for her if she does not comply with them.
What are you gonna do?
So the woman becomes serious and summons a powerful
talk your shit, Ruri.
The two men are left covering themselves up out of embarrassment. Ruri
not
tells them that they are
naked.
nothing compared to the gangsters in her family. Her statement and action let Hiro see her in a more intimidating light. As they walk in the night sky, the young man gives up the notion that he and Ren need to
Night sky like shooting stars.
protect her. As he walks alone in the streets, Hiro is saddened as he thinks about Ruri's words about Ren's curse and how his life will end within a few months. The next morning, he asks his friends
few
for ways
months?
to break his curse.
Damn.
Floyd tells him that he needs to find the right potion, be it in the ranks of elementary, intermediate, or advanced. The young protagonist asks if there is something beyond the advanced types, so Floyd tells him that those are usually seen in dungeon chests or are made by the country's research institute, albeit very reluctantly due to the hardship of gathering the right ingredient. Hiro thinks this over but sees no way of attaining potions since he neither has the strength to beat a dungeon nor the connections to make requests at research institutes. What piques his attention is Floyd's information about how the demons may have made a lot of progress in their research on breaking curses. The man tells him that demons are known
That
for
one
their knowledge
specifically?
of magic and curses since their land has an abundance of magic, and so researchers and alchemists usually gather there. Ever the pervert, Hiro imagines a sexy demon wearing a lab coat and glasses holding lab equipment. Finally, Floyd tells him that the guild might have some books on demons, getting Hiro all fired up. Our young protagonist wants to go to the guild before they're adventuring, and Tina volunteers to come along. At the guild, Hala tells Hiro that they have high-ranking books he can use if he wants to learn about potions. As if it were taboo, Tina whispers if she has books on demon medicine. This makes Hala tense up, but she follows her request anyway, finds the book by the back, and puts it on the table. Hiro asks
The
if there
Necronomicon.
some tension around the book as if it were taboo. The registry
The
the
Necronomicon.
king has a prejudice against demons. This makes our protagonist realize that Ruri must have had
So
a
the
hard
king just
time
racist?
finding anything about curses in the royal library due to this.
Nah,
Hala
the
says
king
that
just
since
racist.
The guild is a neutral institution. They can have books about demons, but it is still not something they can display openly. Tina scrolls through the pages and is glad to see that there is a section about removal potions. They see that the highest grade potion needs the ingredient apricot grass, a medical herb that holds a lot of magic. While this gives Hiro some hope, the bad news is that it only grows on the demon continent of apricot. Hearing this makes Hiro instantly want to message Ruri about it. Tina gets excited, dreaming about going to the demon continent one day. Hala tells her that if she gets serious about leveling up, it will take her 1 to 2 years. This tampers our young protagonist's expectations since he will not make it in time if it takes that long. He thinks about all the dangerous demons and other creatures that he might come across there, and he now
Damn.
realizes
Dangerous. Look at the bottom one, bro. That's not dangerous. The only thing that's dangerous too is my. Ooh, whoa.
he should not involve Tina and the others in his journey. The gang later goes to the stone dungeon, and they see that it is a day where there are more adventurers by the entrance than normal. As the group of friends goes down the entrance stairs, they talk about going to the 5th floor. As they travel, they see many adventurers doing battles with monsters. Tina is glad that there are
These
many
niggas
people
are so-
around since it means there is a lot less
These
chance
niggas in their
that
XP.
anyone can be in serious danger. However, Hiro's mind is too busy with thoughts of what to plan and what to bring to the demon continent to listen properly. Tina sees how serious he looks and asks if something is bothering him. Due to how distracted the two are, they do not notice that the other two are already fighting monsters, and Floyd got hurt in the process.
Can't believe
they
you,
instantly
Tina.
get into action with shields and magic to help. Floyd tells them that despite not being in the 5th yet, they should not let their guard down, and the two instantly respond as if he were their drill sergeant. Tina sits down by the stairs to the 5th floor to rest. Floyd takes this as an opportunity to ask Hiro why he is acting strange. Before he can answer, they see the condescending party from before coming their way. Their faces are angry, and their clothes are in tatters. The gang of friends sees this, and they know nothing good will come out of talking to them right now. As the bully group
let them
passes
be
by,
alone.
Hiro sees that they are injured, but since they are already leaving, he decides not to heal them up. The archer elf appears a few steps behind her other ally, so weak from the experience that she is on her knees. Hiro and his friends are worried, but the leader of the elf's group only gets annoyed that she is useless to him. Despite this, the man makes an effort to go to her and carry the luggage for her. This puts a sigh of relief on Hiro, but it turns out the leader just wants to get the luggage so he and his party can leave her behind. The elf pleads with them to wait as she runs towards them, but she is so in a hurry that she slips and falls. Floyd screams at the bully party for trying to leave a companion behind. The leader says that he is allowing her to rest, so he sees no problem in what he is doing. Hiro goes to the weakened elf. As he heals her wounds, Tina brings her water for her to drink. With the little strength she has, the elf archer thanks our hero. While the elf's party Hiro is furious, saying that they are the
I can't believe they would treat their own comrade like this.
A group of friends for their help, and introduces herself as Lusha. Hiro introduces himself as
Luscious,
only confusing the young elf with what that means. The others introduce themselves as well, glad to meet a new friend. They made her hear their opinions about how bad her companions were for leaving her behind. Lusha says that, while she has only caused trouble for them, she did not know they had it in them to leave her behind. She says that she made the mistake of putting all her stats into attacking, leaving nothing left to put on accuracy. The others realize instantly that this means that it is dangerous for her to do her archery, since there is a high chance of hitting her own teammates. She becomes sad, knowing that there is no party out there that wants her, and now all she can do is carry baggage. Hiro feels her plight since they are practically in the same shoes. He asks how
that's
she
so
managed
sad.
before becoming an adventurer, and she says she used to hunt around in the village where she usually shot until she would finally get a hit. Tina thinks her weakness with accuracy is not much of a problem if it is Hiro. This gets our protagonist all excited, and he runs off. He comes back with a pack of killer moles trying to hit him. Yet despite the monsters, he is strolling by like it is nothing. Lusha is in terror, but the others are just smiling at the scene.
Can Lusha
Hiro
not
tells
hit
her
him
to try
though?
to shoot them while they are attacking him, but the elf is not sure her arrows will not hit him, so he tells her it will be alright. She is impressed at how the young man keeps evading the moles and seeing as he insists. She readies her bow and arrow. Despite the speeding arrow coming Hiro's way, he evades it with no effort, shocking the young elf. As the young man keeps on dodging the moles, he encourages Lusha to give it another go. She readies her bow, and as Hiro evades it, she is able to hit 2 moles with one pull of the string. She cannot believe it. Hiro is glad for her and impressed by how they were shot at the same time.
Nigga got
The young
that
elf
evasion
is so
riz.
happy that her eyes sparkle.
Evasion
The protagonist
riz.
reminds her that there are still 3 moles left, so she readies her bow and arrow again. While it took a long time for the woman to finish the job due to so many misses, he eventually got to defeat them all. She and Hiro celebrate their victory. Since Lusha can no longer return to her party, Floyd officially invites her to theirs. The elf is glad at the invitation and is excited to be helpful as long as Hiro is with them. While the others are excited to have another one in the group, Hiro just realizes he will not stay since he needs to go to the Demon Continents soon in order to get apricot grass. He finally tells the gang that he will be leaving soon for a journey. Tina is excited since he mentioned a journey, but Floyd can read the room and asks the young protagonist where he is going. As he says he wants to go to the
He said I gotta go to
Continent,
Demon
he
Continent.
tells them that he needs to do it for a friend's life, and that he cannot bring them along since it will only put them in danger. Tina pleads for them to go with him, unable to accept that Hiro will leave them. She apologizes for crying and forces a smile, telling the man she should wait for her when she's stronger. Since Hiro says he needs to leave as soon as possible, Tina realizes that today will be their last time on a hunt together. She raises everyone's spirits, encouraging them all to do their best for their last hurrah, but they can clearly see that she is not okay. They want to think about a
She's so
formation they can
sad.
do without Hiro. The young protagonist suggests letting Lusha attack while the enemies are still far away. Once the enemies come close, then they should let the elf move to guard their rear, while the others do close quarters combat. Lusha loves the strategy, seeing as she can't hit any of her companions if there is no one at the rear with her. From the 5th floor, they journey to the 7th, where mini-orcs appear. With Lusha shooting them down, they were able to eliminate all of them before they got close. This only gets the elf archer even more excited. The more they encounter monsters, the more it becomes apparent that her one-shot kill is valuable. Despite the low accuracy of these hits, Tina 2 tries to work hard with his magic attacks, being able to defeat some mini-orcs on her own. They encounter an obstacle as the orcs get near them, stopping Lusha's offense. Suddenly, 2 more orcs appear from behind. They are already so close that Lusha cannot attack. Hiro nears the 2 new orcs, leading the beast to attack him instead, albeit unable to because of his evasion. The young elf archer pulls the trigger but misses. Again, she fires but misses again. Hiro sees that there is a long pause in between attacks. He encourages her not to hold back, although he does recognize how scary it must be for her to point an arrow at a person. To lift her adrenaline, he tells her to hit him as hard as she can. His determination to help her makes the young elf lady blush. She says
Damn,
she
evasion
understands and raises
Riz!
another arrow to fire. She misses our protagonist but hits the 2 mini-orcs in the process. The elf
Evasion Riz!
man evaded every shot. Hero had so much fun with their teamwork that he thinks they will have fun together from now on. He then realized what he just said, becoming conscious again that he would be leading soon. Meanwhile, Tina is working hard with her magic, hitting mini-orcs with flames. Our young protagonist looks at his companions and sees how they have grown stronger. He feels like he can leave without worry. Suddenly, Tina falls to the ground mid-battle. Our young protagonist hurries to her to quickly heal her up.
There you go.
Floyd realizes that she is out of mana since she has used too much of it recklessly in battle. Hero questions why she would do this to herself, but Floyd knows that she got carried away trying to show our protagonist her good side. The party decides to go home, as Hero carries Tina on her back as he walks. The unconscious woman whispers Hero's name. The group comes to the surface
he
and
got
is able
that
to respond as
Riz.
they reach the royal capital entrance.
He
Hero
got
is worried if
unconscious
Tina will
Riz.
be alright, so Floyd assures him that she will be fine after she rests up. He tells him that she has grown so attached to him that she wants to prove that she is strong enough to go with him to the demon continent, but ended up pushing herself too hard. Floyd takes over carrying Tina, and as they plan to return to the inn, he asks Hero and Lusha to go to the guild and trade in the materials they got from the dungeon. As the two head to the guild, Hero asks how Lusha is doing after what happened with her previous party. She is more glad than disappointed, now liking more where she is right now. Our protagonist tells her that even if he leaves, he knows she will still fit in. While the young elf girl agrees, she does not look so sure. At the guild, Hala is surprised that Hero and Lusha are together. Hearing what happened, she is outraged that the young elf's previous party abandoned her as they did.
I'm saying,
Lusha
bunch of
is well
bitches.
relieved, thinking that the event was a blessing in disguise. As the duo finishes trading in their materials, they are ready to leave. However, the leader of Lusha's previous party confronts
Fuck you, you filthy fuck. What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
them. Furious that his former archer elf is now in another party, he makes fun of Hero for being useless,
So I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
saying that of all the parties, his useless archer happened to join him. As the man nears his face towards our protagonist,
Ugh, get that shit away from me! Why is his face like that? That is not in the same manga. I'm saying, look at his face. He looks like a demon. This is a demon.
he looks like a demon who is about to bite the young man's head off. Lusha stands up to the man, telling her previous leader that Hero is not useless. The man is so angry that he races his fist at the elf woman.
Try it.
Before the man can come near her, Hero blocks Lusha
shield.
from the path of attack. Despite Hala's insistence on the two men to stop fighting, the man keeps trying to punch our protagonist no matter how many times he fails. This only makes the bully get even angrier, and he still keeps on attacking. He draws his sword, much to the shock of the adventurers watching, yet still misses on his swing. Seeing that he won't
Look at
come
you,
down,
look stupid.
the guild official grabs him by the shoulder to stop him. He reminds the bully that if he continues, his position as an adventurer will be revoked. The man finally calms down and looks at Lusha. However, the young elf lady only looks away from his gaze. This frustrates the
Took
bully,
your
who
bitch.
storms out
Fuck
of
your
the
bitch, you
halls,
fat motherfucker.
screaming that he was never interested in her in the first place. The other adventurers who saw everything that happened all cheer for the duo. They are impressed at how Hero has evaded all of the bully's attacks, while also congratulating Lusha for moving to a new party. They want to celebrate with the two, but Hero tells them that they can't since one of their party members collapsed. The two also thank the guild official for intervening, although the man insists that he was only doing his job.
Nigga built.
While Lusha thanks Hero for what he did, the young man is only glad that they are safe. At the end, Tina is having a dream of her and Hero battling a slime together. After the battle, the young man casually says goodbye, leading the young woman to beg him not
Not
to
in her
leave.
dreams.
She ponders at what point she considered Hero so important that he became dear. The poor girl wakes up from the nightmare, screaming at the top of her lungs for Hero to stay. She
Not the
comes
top of
down
her
as Hero holds
lungs.
her hand. She sees that she is in a bed in the inn and is being reminded by her two party members that she has collapsed since she ran out of mana. She tears up, realizing that she did not imagine the talk of Hero leaving. She feels guilty that she collapsed and inconvenienced everyone, and she worries about what Hero must think of her now. The two comfort her, saying that he is not the kind of man who would think little of her just because of that. Floyd advises her that she can't always continue to live the same life as those important to her, but she can still remember all the good times she spent with them. The girl wipes away her tears and tells herself she needs to grow stronger. She apologizes to the two since they must have spent all night worrying about her. As the night still continues, Floyd encourages Tina to get some more rest. As they all say goodnight to each other, the young woman thanks them for cheering her up, especially Dea, who is the most worried one. The next morning, Tina goes down the stairs, and Hiro is there to say how glad he is to see her okay. Instantaneously, the young woman shows guilt and bows to apologize for letting him worry. Just before she says that he should not forget about her, she stops mid-sentence to say that he should not forget about the party. Hiro happily says that he is glad he was able to meet them, and that he will think about her whenever he can. This makes the young woman...
RZA! Oh my god, this nigga is a RZAholic!
Floyd and Dea are. So Tina tells him that they are still sleeping since they stayed up late worried about her, especially Dea. The innkeeper comes in, happy to...
She's so fucking fine. So fucking fine, bro. It don't make no sense.
See that the young woman is alright. Tina asks that she be the one to make breakfast for Floyd and Dea as a thank you for them taking care of her.
What is she, a horrible
The innkeeper is
cook?
glad to comply, even telling her she
And
may
them
give her
things
thanks.
thangin'.
Both Lusha and Hiro root for her handmade meal, and they tell her they know they will be pleased. Lusha asks our protagonist where he will be going for the day, so he tells her he will be going to the guild to get information on what he needs to do to get to the demon continent. The sad Tina asks if he will be leaving as of today, but our young protagonist assures her that he will be staying until tonight, and that he will return right away after finding the apricot grass.
She really pressed about my
Apologizes
nigga
for
leaving.
just after joining their party, but the young woman says that he does not need to worry about that. He thinks about Ren's curse and how he was already bound by a contract with the king in the first place. Lusha looks at him and asks the young man if he is willing to accept her as his partner. He is shocked by the request, but the elf archer does not stutter.
Ooh, what a fire way to end it. Hey, that's a fire ass way to end it. And if you don't want to be cursed, go like, share, and subscribe. Go comment on Kawaii Kodo's videos too. Really shout out this boy. And comment down below, Team Lucia or team the other girl. I ain't really focus on nobody in this. You know I'm Team Barkeep all day, every day. Anyway, bye.
I got bees and bologna.